Hello and thank you for joining us on the Monday edition of Journalist Hangout. I'm Benga Oreshegun. Today on the program, Senator Ndume urges President Tinubu to back security emergency declaration with action against insurgency as Boko Haram overruns Ngoshe, kidnap dozens of residents. River State House of Assembly clears 5 nominees, drops 4 for appointment as commissioners. And later on the show, Appeal Court affirms judgment barring INEC from validating PDP's National Convention. Well, I'll be hanging out with Babajide Kolade, Otitoju, and Gani Kaidi Balogun GKB. Journalist Hangout starts right now. Now let's begin the conversation. The war against terrorism and banditry in Nigeria is a raging one, and effective strategies to wage it must evolve. The senator representing Borno South, Senator Ali Ndume, has urged President Bola Tinubu to match words with actions on security emergency declaration. This came after killing of dozens of residents of Goshe community in Gwoza local government area and abduction of more than 100 women and children. In a statement following the coordinated attacks by Boko Haram and Islamic State West Africa Province, ISWAP, Senator Ndume also called for regular briefings to keep Nigerians informed about efforts to tackle banditry and insurgency. All right, gentlemen, the senator is telling the president to walk the talk. Obike, what do you make of Senator Ali Ndume's recommendation for his demand for operational urgency?
Yes, I don't always agree with him. Sometimes he says things that I can't even stand.
Okay.
But on this, I'm absolutely on his side, and I agree that this is the time for us to take decisive action. The president made that declaration on the 26th of November 2025. They declared a national security emergency. And this was in response to multiple killings in Kwara, Kebbi, and Niger. The president ordered additional recruitment into the military and directed police officers guiding VIPs and VVIPs to be redeployed to the front line so that they can help us defeat insecurity and help us increase boots on ground in places where we need them the most. He also said forest guards will be deployed to flush out criminals from our ungoverned forest. This is a big problem that we are facing as a country. Forests that normally should be cleared so that farmers can make use of them and help us defeat food insufficiency are now the homes of terrorists. The Kainji Lake National Park, a national treasure, is today the home of a faction of Boko Haram. And there is the terrorist group, Mahmudawa, which also emanated, is an offshoot of Boko Haram, that is also resident in that forest and from that forest coming into Kwara to kill people. So we are waiting earnestly for the forest guards to be unleashed. We don't know what is going on, why this delay. And we can see that things are getting bad in terms of security in some parts of the country. I'm not saying everywhere. I've said before that I traveled to Akwa Ibom without a single policeman guiding us, and we worked there for about 1.5 weeks. Everywhere we went to, not one policeman provided security cover for us. So it's not a nationwide thing. This problem is very rampant in the far north of our country. And now they are trying to come down south because Kwara shares boundary with some southwest states.
Oh, okay.
So they are trying to now enter Kwara, from Kwara, enter Ondo, and then they are convinced that once they can breach the security that Amotekun provides in Ondo State, then the southwest will be at play for them. We want the president to do what Ndume has said. We have to see action. We have to get our soldiers to go and flush out Boko Haram from the Mandara Mountains. We have never flushed them out of the Mandara Mountains. That has been the base, or one of the bases of the Shekau faction for so long. This Goshe that they attacked, Mandara Mountains runs through Goshe, and it's a very hilly town.
Oh, okay.
So for so long, we've left them alone there, focusing so much on Sambisa. And we can see what is happening now. In this Goshe, they had elections in 2023 from that location. Today, everybody has fled. And the boys who came to kill people, I was told that up to 50 civilians were killed. Oh. They are now moving around, even threatening to hoist the flag of their group there, their terrorist group. So there is a need to take action. There's a need. And I've said before that if we need help, let's ask for it. Because at the end of the day, what do we tell people? When people get killed in this way, it sends the message that our government is not doing enough. People have to see that we are doing so much.
Absolutely.
And the way they can see it is through action. Let's see these boys being flushed out. Let's see peace return to places where people had run away from. That's how it can be apparent even to the blind that we are doing so much. But if these killings continue here and there, definitely people will say, oh, government is not doing enough. Because how do you win the argument? You have to win argument with facts.
Sure.
So the point that he's making, and he also talked about budgeting. We have to do something to ensure that the armed forces have access to funds quickly. Because we are in an emergency, we are in a security emergency. Even the president has declared that. Let the funds due to the armed forces be front-loaded to them in record time, so that we can buy what we want to buy, the weapons that we need to buy. And if we need to buy even second-hand, because we bought second-hand T-72 Russian main battle tank. We bought it back then, in late 2013 and early 2014, from Belarus and some other countries. If we need to do that now, because game-changing weapons are what we need at this time. And what are the weapons? Ground attack helicopters. You need them. They help a lot. So we need, wherever we can find them, even if we buy from the black market, it makes sense. Let's just do it. Let's realize that we are in an emergency and we use what we have in Zamfara, where Bello Tuji is behaving like he owns the country. In Katsina, Ado Halero and all of those bandit leaders, Kachala, who speak with arrogance, Dogo Gide, all of them. We deserve to, we need to send them to their maker. Let them go and keep a date with the ruler of the universe. It's something that we must do.
Okay. All right. Now, GKB, the thing is, Senator Ndume made some recommendations. Do you agree with him?
Well, the one I agree with the most, actually, was the fact that we don't get information in real time, to use the popular palace. I'd expected that by this time, the Chief of Defense Staff or one of the ministers for defense,
Mm-hmm.
will are giving us a quarterly report based on the emergency declared by the president
Okay.
on where we stand right now and what the projections are for the rest of the year. Now, it may not change the ground forces fundamentally, but people will get the idea that government is working towards eradicating this crouch that we've been facing for the better part of a decade. People keep forgetting the fact that, to me, and some of us on this table, this is just like a deja vu. We've been here before, where when the elections are coming, are very near, things like this will happen. They will kidnap people, and they will carry out more attacks, basically to give whoever is the government of the day a bad name going forward. But because we know that, that is why we must not allow it to happen now, because elections are just around the corner. Once that is done, I agree with the senator. One of the ministers of defense and our chief of defense staff, I'm not really concerned who is which, to come forward every quarter and brief us on the emergency.
To give regular briefings to
On
Nigerians.
every quarter, we must know challenges they are facing, what they've done, because they've done a lot. Don't let anybody fool you.
Okay.
The Nigerian forces have done a lot in the last 2 years to cope. But you know, insurgency is not a textbook war. It's not someone general standing one corner reading the map.
Yeah, it's asymmetric.
It's a guerrilla war, and it has no rhyme or reason. It may disappear for months, and they will resurface 2-3 months later. So I agree with the senator. Not only must do A, it must be followed by B. And people must be able to project C going forward.
I mean, GKB said that the army should be commended, for its effort. But BKO, we just have maybe just 3 minutes. Do you think the Nigerian army have all it takes to conquer this monster?
At this time, they need more weapons. They need more weapons. We must stop fooling ourselves that the enemy has been defeated. I've been saying this for years. Because usually when we say, we've crushed them, they are only able to attack soft targets. We are fooling ourselves when we talk like this. These boys still retain the capacity to attack military bases. And what do they do when they attack military bases? They want to steal your weapons. The bulk of the weapons they have are weapons that they seized from our troops and a few that they bought from the black market. Because you look at Niger Republic, more or less like a failed state. So many ungoverned spaces. Weapons, NATO-grade weapons, coming all the way from Libya to Chad, from Chad to Niger Republic. They are in the hands of these non-state actors. There are some weapons that I know that the army in the past had seized from Boko Haram fighters that were never in the inventory of the Nigerian Armed Forces. So you know that those weapons came through the black market.
Okay. All right. We have Pastor Dari calling in from Lokoja. Pastor Dari, go ahead.
You and the other guests. You see, in most cases, I'm highly pained when such low things keep reoccurring. Doesn't mean that these people are spirits that cannot be overcome. I mean, the government should do all they need to do and spend the time of what is happening. What exactly they need that the government should do for our.
Oh, we apologize for that one. All right, but so far so good. Gentlemen, we can all agree that if given the necessary support, we can actually defeat this monster before us.
Yes.
All right, gentlemen, let's go straight to our next conversation. It appears calm is returning to to the troubled political water of Rivers State. Governance is taking shape again in the troubled South-South state. Members